Your name is strength.
Oh, dude.
Your name is power.
Oh, man.
A strong tower makes me say, oh,
Yo, I like this, man. I think I'm gonna do this next
how
week.
excellent
I think I'm gonna do this for next week. So I told you guys last week that I was gonna do this song, and how did we get such nice chords, and how do we develop this sound? That's gonna be the focus of today's video. So let's start from the top. And I'm gonna give you my thoughts as I hear different things. You may know this song.
how excellent.
That part there. And before I start, let's just put this in the key of E flat for those of you who may be beginners, and then we'll have this E flat as a 1 chord, the F minor as a 2 chord, the G minor as a 3 chord, an A flat major as a 4, a B flat major as a 5, a C minor as a 6, a D diminished as a 7, and then an E flat as a 1. You can pause the video and go over those just to make sure that you have all the E flat chords. And so when we look at these, look at how nice this is. Remember that 1 chord there? It's just a 1 chord. But what happened is this G, it's a note 3. It's an E flat without the 3rd note because there's no 3rd note on there, and the D's on the bottom. This whole chord can be played with the left hand. So that's all it is here. 1st chord there, 2nd chord is a C, A flat, and B flat. So it sounds like this. See how that sounds? So it sounds so nice. A lot of musicians are playing from chords instead of melody. And you should be playing from melody. See, that's the thing. You have to play from melody, not from chords. The melody rules everything. And so when he goes on, see, it almost sounds disconnected when you're not playing from melody. Your chords sound, because you're trying to do dope chords. And less is more. And this is the reason why he's getting the views he's getting. You guys gotta understand this thing, man. Because he understands how to color, he understands how to play from melody. All right?
How excellent is your name.
See, is your name? He just has a simple sus4. A simple sus4, B flat, E flat, and F. And the E flat moves down because, remember, a sus4 chord is different than a sus2 chord. A sus4 chord likes to move. It doesn't like to just sit there. And in gospel, we like to sit on the 2 chord, but we can't sit on that 4 chord. Let me keep on going here.
Is your name.
Let's go to the next section.
Your name is strength. Your name is power. A strong tower makes me say.
Oh, goodness. All these reharmonizations sound really good, right? So your name is strength. Here we have a C minor 9 here. The spelling is just a D and an E flat, a G and a C. And then your name is power. He's going to use this kind of voicing. A strong tower. Okay, so what's happening here? Your name is strength. I showed you that chord. Your name is power. We have an F sharp, C, F, and a B flat, which is a D7 sharp 9 sharp 5. And then we have this power. And watch how he's moving. Listen to that.
Your name is power. A strong tower.
See, so and he keeps on going. So there's melodic structures going on with it. He's not just thinking chord, chord, chord. He's thinking melody, right? Right? So if you think in terms of melody, this is what gives your playing a sense of connectedness, right? So it's very important to remember that. And by the way, that's going to That's a sus4 chord. Now, if you remember, log into the website and see that we have excellent training on the difference between the sus2 and the sus4 chords and how that looks as an intermediate musician. But at the end of the day, it's just that the sus4 chord wants to move. So he's on a sus here, he's on a sus here, and now it feels resolved, right? So what's happening here, a strong tower on the word tower, is just a B flat chord. So just play B flat and A flat. But what we do with this B flat is we invert it. So this F goes to the bottom. And for the A flat, the E flat goes to the bottom. Strong tower. Hold the A flat at the bottom in the left hand. It sounds like this. A strong tower. See how we're forming this from the melody? Because all we're going to do now is take that melody, throw it on the top of that chord, so it's going to sound like this. Everything I just showed you, and we saw how we built that from a melody. That's what gives the chords the sense of connectedness and feeling, okay? So, and you can even have a sus within here. So in other words, instead of going B flat to A flat, you can have a B flat to A flat sus2. And I said the sus2 is okay with sitting there. So that means I'm adding a B flat. That's how I know. Some of y'all ask, how do you know what notes to add to chords? Well, I just took the A flat chord and changed the C to a B flat. That's a sus2 chord. And that in that second chord, I can have that B flat in there. So let's see what he does next.
Your name is power, a strong tower makes me say.
Makes me. So that's going to be a, let's do a dominant chord here. Right, we're going to have this F, B, D flat, and A flat, which in essence is just a dominant chord. See, your D flat dominant chord is here, but the 1 and the 5 have been taken up an octave. Why? Why is that important? Because it makes me say if the top note is an A flat and I gotta have that note on the top, right? So everything in music comes together and it all makes sense. And that's what we want to do. We want to understand it. Makes me. So the G is now on top. And that G, this is a C minor 7 chord, where the 1 and the 5 have also been raised an octave. Okay, and then safe. Look at this chord here. Nice, man. This is replacing what was the B flat sus4. Right. So all this comes together: notes, melody, chords, ear. Right?
Makes me say, oh Lord.
Notice how the singing and the music are working together, right? So when he does that chord, he has the C minor chord, and then he has a diminished chord, and then he has a, back to the C minor, where you can see it as an E flat major 6.
Oh Lord, how excellent is your name. Your name.
Wow. So let me do this slowly, and then I'm gonna start wrapping this up. So when he goes, and then he does his E flat scale, starting from the 1 in the left hand and the 3 in the right hand. Da, da, da. Then he does something interesting here. Nice move. So how I stretch that out with the left hand. So a wide stretch there. All right. Loren Dawson, folks, you know, there's something about making sure you have your foundation and your vocabulary. Because you know, chords come from scales. So it's really good to make sure you understand your scales. Chords will be much easier. And basic theory, knowing basic theory and how chords work and what they're meant to do. And having the ear to make placement decisions, not ear to hear chords, your ear to make placement decisions so you know where to place the chords. And when he plays, he knows that because he knows it intuitively. He's able to affect people because he understands.
Your name is strength. Your name is power.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
A strong tower makes us safe.